So it's been a while since I made a video, and part of the reason for that is because I've kind of run out of strictly time management techniques or strategies to talk about, and I'm realizing slowly that goal setting ties very closely in with time management. It's really hard to stay motivated to make an effort to manage your time if you don't really know what you're trying to accomplish with the time that you're managing. And so, obviously, goal setting plays a huge role in your time management. And so, I guess a question that I see often is not necessarily that I don't know how to manage my time, but I don't know what to do with my time. So it may be the case that people get in the habit of procrastinating, putting things off. People may lose interest or kind of feel less passionate about things that they were once really gung-ho to get into. And so it's kind of hard to know what to do with the time that you do have if you're in one of these kinds of states. And so a general tip I want to go ahead and throw out, this should be a pretty short video, is that if you do find that you're able to manage your time or create some time in your schedule and you're not sure what to do with it, maybe you're not motivated or drawn to anything in particular, or you've got so many options that you don't know how to fit them or how to choose between them. Time management is essentially a trade-off strategy. A general recommendation I would make for you is to do something to engage in an activity specifically that is about self-mastery. An example of that would be exercise. So exercise, one component of exercise is that you have to discipline yourself. It's not something that you necessarily will ever feel like you're just intrinsically motivated to go do, or that you're excited or enthusiastic just thinking about doing. It's something that even people who've been engaged in it for a long time have to almost will themselves or force themselves to get started. Another example might be volunteering. So in the same light, it's not something that you can necessarily see extrinsic rewards for, like, oh, if I volunteer, then in 5 years I can use that experience to make a ton of money. Exercise similarly, a lot of people don't see results, particularly if you're engaged in it consistently for a long time. You get this kind of law of diminishing returns, and so it can be harder and harder to motivate yourself to keep it up. So things like that, where it's not only a skill or a skill you're building or a benefit you're receiving, in terms of health or well-being, but it also requires a degree of discipline, a degree of self-development, and gaining mastery over your emotions or moods or things like that. So to reiterate more of the kind of the TLDR version of this, if you're able to manage your time and not sure what to do with it, do something that's going to not only benefit your well-being or your health or your skill set, but also something that is going to inherently develop you as a person, build your character.